I used to play regular Minecraft, but when I found out about mods at first and started playing modern Minecraft, I was really impressed, and I almost immediately I started working on building this mod pack for myself and my friends to play with. So mods, by the way, they stand for like modification, and they're kind of a way of changing a game. But Minecraft doesn't show its source code and doesn't have any modding support. There's no tools or anything. So the kind of amazing Minecraft community managed to actually reverse engineer the game and figuring out how to build their own tools and their own ways of changing the game and modifying the game. I think a lot more work overall went into like the community making all those mods than actually went into the creation of the original game. So I set up the server machine myself, and I curated the mod pack, meaning that I picked and chose a whole bunch of mods by other people that I wanted to try out or thought were interesting, and I got them to work together with each other on the same game. I also tweaked a few things myself on top of that to create the experience that is this server. There's a certain design aesthetic that I was aiming for with the mod pack, and a lot of my time was also spent trying to produce that. And I guess Site Lambda is kind of like, which is like where we are, is like this place that we started building very early on, and that kind of was meant to be this kind of like central industrial zone. So I guess at the start, like Site Lambda was kind of my base, but that's the thing, is it became so useful because of all the infrastructure that I had built here that it kind of became this public thing because everyone came here to use the machines. And it kind of runs almost on its own now. Out of everything that we're seeing, what is like original Minecraft is actually a tiny fraction. This is concrete, which is not from Minecraft. These are like tanks. There's like these metal blocks. There's like all these machines and these wires and these pipes. These furnaces are from vanilla Minecraft, but these ones are different kinds of furnaces. There's a whole bunch of mods, right? So there's some mods which are like, they add more things, like more like dungeons and things to explore, like more biomes, more monsters. There's mods that add more abilities for your player or stuff like that. And you kind of build these complex, large systems with pipes and trains and electricity to kind of like power various processes to allow you to do more things more efficiently, generate more resources, and it creates this sense of progression where like you start with your simple pickaxe and whatever, but eventually you get this, large mining machine. So although I did set up the server at a research center at a university, when I started it, I was really thinking of it only as a way for me and my friends and me and my colleagues to have fun and to play together. Over time, though, I think professors started seeing it more as a platform for them to do their research with. And because of that, they started to request changes specifically for that purpose. And I think they got a bit frustrated that I was treating this as a hobby project rather than as the university's research platform. And one day when I was away at a conference, one of the professors, Darren, accessed the machine and copied the files for the game world and started running his own copy on a different machine, so a clone of the world. And the way it worked is that traffic was being relayed through a third server. When players thought they were connecting to the original server, they wouldn't see any difference, and they actually connected to Darren's new server and saw a clone of the world there just as they had left it. I don't think the performance actually improved as a result of that change, though. I think it actually even got worse, and eventually we did manage to get everything moved back to the original server. what I enjoyed the most about the game is like we have this shared world where as a single player we have like a way of interacting with the world and changing the world and everything, but whenever we come back to the server, there's all this other stuff that's been happening with the other players. So you see all this stuff that other players have built. And it's just really fun to me to just be a tourist and kind of walk around and explore the things that people have built and, learn about all the stories of what happened. And yeah, there's all these cool places that people have built that I really like. So the Twilight Forest is like, it's a really cool mod that like it adds this totally parallel dimension with like lots of dungeons and adventures and treasures. Oh, there's the tower. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yeah, there you go. There's like beautiful. I just love to like, yeah. Like I didn't know this place existed, and one day I go in Cave Age and I see this new book and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go there, and then I find this amazing cool little space that someone built, and it's really fun to just know that the server is like evolving like this, and that new things are being built. And sometimes new people come onto the server and discover things that have been built by people who are no longer playing on the server. So it's almost like this, extinct civilization. I guess all copies of Minecraft are the same, right? But then here we have a mod pack, which is really unique to this server, which like doesn't exist elsewhere. But it's not just that. Like even different servers that use the same mod pack, the world will become this like unique thing as players play on it. It's this thing that's generated by the community that plays on a server and is kind of a reflection of it. It's like it creates this history, right? And I find that super cool and super fascinating.